Hi everybody, I'm back again with another figure video. This time it's not Hot Toys. I think it's Figure Arts, it's the name of the company that makes this. And it's named Heavily Armoured Cop, although you can see who it is by the nameplate, if it'll focus. There we go. Due to rights from the film company, things like that, nobody is really allowed to make one of these figures yet. So this is their own interpretation of it, although it is pretty movie accurate, apart from one thing. Well, two things really. One is the shoulder pads should be gold, and the helmet should drop down over his nose a bit more. That can be easily rectified. All you have to do is just paint a bit of gold on these shoulder pads, and on the head underneath there's a lug on the top that fits into the helmet. Just cut that lug off and the helmet will drop down a bit more. So I'll give you a head to toe look at the figure and then just talk a bit about what he's got. Hopefully the video will stay in focus. I've got him on a Hot Toys stand at the moment, just for the purpose of this video. I will make my own one later. So what does he come with? Well, out of the box, you have to put the helmet on. Very straightforward, nice and easy. The armour on his chest and his shoulders, you have to put that on. That can be a bit fiddly, because you've got elasticated straps here. You have to slide them up the arms. It's a bit tight, and then when you've got it all in place, do the zip up, but it does stay on there quite nicely. So take your time when doing that. Be careful. Say with these elasticated straps that hold this bit on, because if you stretch it too much it could break. You have to put the belt on. It's a lot easier than Hot Toys belts. The problem I found with Hot Toys belts is at the end of the belt it's quite not very strong, so as you're trying to push it through the little holes it tends to fray, but this one didn't have any problem. Nicely made, so it went through quite easily. And you have to put on this just clips over the top. This is like a little bomb, and it does come out of there. That does push down, you can see a little hole there, but it does tend to spring up, so if you might want to put a bit of glue on it. It's got two magazine clip pouches that you just slip over the top and put the magazines in. Comes with 3 spare magazines. He's got his medical kit, a little leather pouch. It's got nothing in it, just a bit of foam just to pad it out a bit. And here, I can't quite see it, is a flick knife. It just slips straight over the top. And also he has this like smoke grenade, smoke canister that you also put on. And the last bit that you have to put on is the leg holster. That's quite tight, quite fiddly, so you have to be careful with that. It does take a little bit of doing, but it's pretty good. Then you've got his gun. Comes with 2 attachments. You've got the longer attachment, which I've got on here. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. So that part there does pull out, and he's got a shorter one that you can put in. On his wrist is his communicator. He's got some pictures of some felons on there. The bit that I don't like on this figure are the hands. I hate these hands. They're gloved hands. They're fabric and they've got bendable fingers, but they're not very good. The gun does keep falling out because it doesn't quite fit right. Took me a little while to get it as it is. But that's one little niggle I've got with this. Moving on down, he's got plastic knee pads and weathered boots, and that's another thing that I think they've missed on this figure. They, in my opinion only, they should have given him a more weathered look, more battle-hardened sort of look to his armour. There is a guy on YouTube, I can't think of his name offhand, who's actually weathered up his one, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you want to find it, all you have to do is just type in Judge Dredd 1/6 scale figure into YouTube, and it will be one of the top videos that comes out. But it really has done a good job. He's got bullets sticking out of the helmet, bullet holes in the armour and everything. As I said, it's not movie accurate because of rights. I couldn't get the rights for it, which is why it's not called Judge Dredd on the packaging. But in the film, his shoulder pads are gold, and this one they're a very faded sort of colour. There is a hint of gold in there, so you might have to mod that out yourself if you want it to be more movie accurate. There's a few little dinks on the helmet. You see the little scratch marks there. The clothing is part fabric, and I believe it is a synthetic leather. I'm not 100% sure. It might even be real leather. I'm sure someone out there will be able to tell me, but it does feel like leather and look like it. But I think it might be synthetic. We've got little bits of fabric in between, and the more heavily armoured part of his clothing is the leather material. The head sculpt, underneath, it's not a bad resemblance to Karl Urban. It does look like him with the helmet on. We've got the mouth just about right, but he does look really weird with the helmet off. Let's see if I can do this one-handed without pulling his head off. There we go. It's not a bad resemblance to Karl Urban. The eyes a little bit off. That one's a little bit higher up than that one, and that's the little lug on the top. So if you cut that lug off, it just fits in there. The helmet will drop down over his nose more. You might have to do the old hairdryer trick to sort of heat it up to make it a bit more pliable so it slips over the nose. But I'm happy enough with it as it is. Really does look good in a detolf with your Hot Toys figures. So it's just a different type of figure for me. I've always wanted a Judge Dredd figure, and this is the best one out there at the moment. Sorry this is only like a really short video, but just wanted to show you that I do have other stuff other than Hot Toys. And a video that will be coming up very soon, just see them up there, is the Damn Toys Gangsters Kingdom figures. I've only got 3 at the moment. I've got another 2 on the way, and there's just one more that I want. So when I get all of them, I will do a video on all of those together. I've got video, still got to do my Tony Stark video, the workshop version. I've got to do my Winter Soldier video. I've also got the Heartbreaker suit from Iron Man, so I've got that to do. What else have I got? I've got the Alfred Pennyworth and the Bruce Wayne figure coming as well. They should be here within the next fortnight. So I've got a few more videos to do, as well as doing some videos for my other channel. So until my next video, as always, thanks for watching. I'll just keep quiet now and just do a 360 of the video of this figure, and say goodbye after that. One thing I do have to mention as well, posability, pretty good. The arms a little bit restricted to how high up you can lift them, but other than that, posability is good for this figure. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.